Hi there, my name is Hayley Bendle. I am the Director of Careers in Higher Education, and today I'll be talking about the importance of GCSEs when applying to selective universities such as the G5 universities. Now, universities really need to see that students can handle academic rigour, and there's no better way of doing that than having a nice wide selection of GCSEs. What they also do is tell universities that students have a good breadth and depth of interests, and given the fierce competition in these most selective universities in Oxford, Cambridge and London, it's important to not just stand out from the crowd here, but actually keep in contention. Loads and loads, and the majority of applicants will have GCSEs. So for international students, if they are able to get GCSEs or IGCSEs, that just keeps them in the pecking order. Now, GCSEs are often considered to be the last set of formal, standardised and reliable qualifications. So therefore, it is important for universities to see these already gained qualifications, which will help then the A-level predicted grades or equivalent to be more reliable and trustworthy. And of course, if you then stay in Cardiff Sixth Form College for A-level, you'll also receive the modular AS levels, and that will only help even further to add reliability to your overall predictions. Now, just to go into a little bit of detail about some examples here. So let's take the University of Oxford as an example. Now, Oxford do make it quite clear that they really put some great emphasis on GCSEs and prior attainment more generally. But looking at medicine as a course, their average number of A stars for a candidate is 10.2. So to really stand out and be in the best chance of getting an offer, it's important that you have a wide range and high number of GCSEs, especially if they are at the A star or 9-8 level. Now, some of the universities for medicine, whilst we're talking about medical school here today, they require GCSEs. And for international students, if they do not offer GCSE or equivalent, they are ineligible to apply. So it really is important to consider sitting these internationally recognised qualifications. Other universities in the G5 then, so looking at places such as LSE. Now LSE, the London School of Economics and Political Science, they do put some emphasis on the GCSEs also. They say it's part of a holistic application, but if they are offered, they will be seriously looked at. So it's again important to try and stand out. Now for UCL, University College London, they say that it actually helps them to whittle down candidates that are similar in other areas. So if there are a variety of students with just as good personal statements, the same predicted grades, brilliant references, great interview performance, what can be the deciding factor are students having higher GCSE results. So again, important to consider that the older achievements may actually be the deciding factor for future applications. And need I highlight here that during these times of COVID-19, universities have had to look back at older qualifications, because with the unpredictability and the lack of standardization of these qualifications, universities are looking back at kind of academic achievement over time to help them make sense of these predictions, and hopefully then they'll be happy that they've got a student that has proven their academic abilities over the last few years. So having this long-standing history is going to help. Now, doing GCSEs here in Cardiff Sixth Form College, you of course have the 1-year option and the 2-year option. The 1-year option obviously having fewer GCSEs but in a more condensed period of time. That is absolutely okay for universities. It's not a problem having fewer subjects. Obviously, this is where we will then emphasise that you are on an accelerated, advanced route into these GCSEs in 1 year. Whereas with this 2-year programme, there's a wider variety of GCSEs to encourage the breadth of studies. So there'll be mathematics, science, languages, humanities, social sciences, and so on. So it really emphasises a holistic and well-balanced candidate. So just to emphasise, GCSEs are very, very, very important for universities as they are now looking backwards at prior academic attainment. It's really important to both stand out and to keep in with the competition. Thank you.